Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy.
Hoppy Hour is live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. This is Hoppy Hour.
Call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Yo, what's up? This is Hoppy Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Hoppy, hanging out for the next hour. Call me. The phone lines are wide open. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. I will be sure to take your calls in real time. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio, and I will see your tweets in the mention part of my Twitter. Also, get the Hoppy Radio app and chat me there. I have a few plugs that I want to get, I wouldn't say out of the way because then it's kind of downsizing my plugs and it's kind of insulting them, but I have a few things that I want to mention before we get the show going, before we get the madness of Hoppy Hour going, we get this happening. This is being brought to you by Eric Marshall, Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. Once again, Eric Marshall, Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. They are at 6103 28th Street East in Bradenton. Call them anytime. 941-812-2560. That's 941-812-2560. If you go there and speak to Eric Marshall, maybe you're absolutely out of shape and you go to the gym and it's unreal. You don't know what you're doing. You want to get in shape and you see the guys with the beach bodies and you're like, oh, it's never going to be me. If you go and see Eric Marshall and you tell him that I sent you, he will hook you up with a great deal. This is also being brought to you by Metro PCS Speedy Link, the best in the Bay, with over 22 locations from Dade City all the way to Sarasota, literally the whole Bay Area. If you go to one of their locations like 7607 Causeway Boulevard and you tell them that I sent you, they will hook you up with a top-notch deal. Or 7813 Palm River Road, or 1020 East Hillsborough Avenue, or 7500 Nebraska Avenue, or in Sarasota. There's so many locations. You literally, if you have any thought in your mind to go to any other cell phone dealer, you're missing out. There's 22 locations, so there's definitely one near you. So much to get into. So, doing a lot of thinking recently. And Tampa traffic is just absolutely, positively out of control. And not in the way of like, oh, you know, drivers are slow, or, oh, you know, people are going fast. Simply put, people here in the Tampa Bay area know nothing at all about common, you know, courtesy and common thinking when it comes to driving. Perfect example for you before all of Tampa Bay, for everyone that's listening to get offended at me. Here's what I'm saying. So, I live in St. Pete, near the Trop, where I work at. You get off at the Roosevelt Boulevard exit. So you go past 38th Avenue, then 54th Avenue, and then you go in that long area of the highway, and then you get off at Roosevelt. So there was a car crash that happened in the middle of that long area where you go by those few plants and those factories that are on the left side. So I'm on the right side going towards 275 north. So I'm going north. And when you go past 54th and 38th Avenue, it has the signs that says merge ahead. 3 left lanes are open, right lane closed. So they're simply telling you to get ready to get into the left 3 lanes because the lane to the right is closed. So I'm trying near like 38th to 54th Avenue in that in-between part. I'm trying to get over to the left lane so I don't have to deal with that. I'm the type of guy where if I have to merge somewhere, like if I'm on the Howard Franklin and it merges to 2 lanes when you're going towards the city, I'll be in the left 2 lanes from the beginning of the bridge just so that I never have to deal with merging. Because number one, nobody lets you in. And that would happen in the Midwest. And I'm not doing the whole, oh, Chicago traffic is great, blah, blah, blah. But people have common courtesy, and there's an etiquette to when you drive in the Midwest because there's so many people, you have to do it right. And especially with snow, you got to do it right. But this mindset, this idiocracy, this thing that leaves me dumbfounded, that everybody waits until the exact last moment to merge from the lane that's closed into the open lanes. It's idiotic. If there's signs that say lane's going to be closed, you know how much easier traffic would flow if you just merged when you saw the sign like I did, and I'm not patting myself on the back. If more people did that, I swear to God, traffic wouldn't be as crazy in Tampa. It's literally like I saw this meme one time. And it said traffic begins with one idiot that doesn't know how to drive. And I really think that happens. I think it's like this idea where you go with the crowd. So if everybody else is merging at the last moment, everybody else on the road's like, oh, I should do the same. Nobody ever thinks to maybe just get it over with. Because think about it. If everybody got it over with and didn't wait until the last minute to merge, then when you go by the crash, it's speaking of watching crashes, I'll get to that. But when you go by the crash, then things are going smoothly. But then you got to let people in. And I was in such a bad mood with people doing that I didn't let 2 people in. I was like, F you. You wait until the last moment. Somebody else can deal with you. Here's the other thing. And I know this is such easy radio to rip into Tampa traffic, but I'm going to say it. I don't get the mindset of, oh, I gotta look at what's going on with the car crash. It slows down traffic. And here's the most infuriating part about Tampa drivers when they look at car crashes. It's one thing to like glance over and be like, oh, wow, that looks bad. But they literally will go like 30 miles per hour. Number one, they don't have their eyes on the road. They're like, duh. And they're looking at the fucking crash. That's my one F word. To the side of the road, so then everything's slowed down. And I would say 9 out of 10 times, it's literally never a crazy crash, and that's actually a good thing. You don't want to have bad crashes. It's some dumb teen getting pulled over by a cop, and everyone's like, oh, what's going on over there? It's almost like as if the people that are driving don't want to get to where they're going, so they're trying to find reasons to take forever. So like if it's during traffic on a Friday, maybe they don't want to go home to their annoying wife and the kids that they secretly hate, so that's a way to have 30 seconds more time to themselves. Because I can't think of a fucking reason, that's 2 swears, why you would want to watch traffic. I swear to God, I don't like being in my car. When I'm in a place, I want to get there and I want to get done. So when I'm in my car, what I'm saying is, I just want to get there and I want to get over with. I don't want to look at the nature. I don't want to look at the road. I just want to get there. Unless if I'm going on a road trip, then I smell the roses. But I don't get this idea. Everybody has to look around at the traffic. Everybody has to wait till the last minute to merge. I swear to God, if I someday get this show on the radio and I someday get a billboard, it's literally going to say Ryan Hoppy in the morning. Then it's going to say underneath, don't wait until the last minute to merge, or pull over for emergency vehicles, which is another thing that really ticks me off. You know Tampa drivers are bad. You know they're awful when there is a billboard campaign on Dale Mabry that says, please, it literally basically says, in some words or not, for the love of God, pull over for an emergency vehicle. I have never, ever had a thing where I saw so many people not pull over for emergency vehicles, where they're literally slamming on their horn, begging people to pull over. And we got a comment in real time from Ashley Perkins. She says, so you'd rather talk about traffic than watch it? Yes, because it's a PSA for people that don't know how to drive. If you don't want to watch the show, go back to watching The Bachelor or whatever you're doing. Just saying. If people don't talk about it, how is traffic going to ever improve, Ashley? Just saying. You know things are bad. You know things are awful when you literally have a billboard that says to please pull over when there is an emergency vehicle. Because people can be so self-centered that they're not thinking about this. They're not thinking about this aspect. And you're going, Hoppy, what's the aspect? It's this aspect. The fact that this isn't somebody that has like a VIP membership where they can just turn on the lights in their car and they're like, ooh, I want to go around everybody in traffic. That's not what it is. It's an emergency vehicle trying to get somewhere. It's somebody who's in the back of an emergency vehicle that is hurt, that needs to get to an emergency room immediately. Or it's a fire truck trying to get to a burning building, or it's a cop trying to get to a situation, and all these jerk-offs on the road do not move, and it's absolutely infuriating. And I'll actually honk to help out them. I feel like I'm doing them a service, I tell you, when I honk. It's just, I know Ashley Perkins, who is watching the show, had that comment, why are you talking about it if you don't like being in traffic? Because nobody says anything, because it's become so taboo, and it's become so cliche in the Tampa Bay area. I promise, with all my heart, and all the might, and all my goofiness, I will change, damn it, the way Tampa Bay drives in traffic. I will be the martyr, even though I won't die. I will be the person who makes everybody on the road better. And how is that going to happen? You spread this podcast. You put it in every DMV when you're trying to pass a class. You must listen to Hoppy rant about the fucking traffic, and voila, everything will be solved. Jesus fucking Christ. It's common fucking sense. I love how I said I wasn't going to swear, and then I went on to say like 9 swears. But I'm just saying.
Fucking Christ.
God, why did that just go off? What I'm saying, it's just like common sense. What happened to common sense? Did it just go away? Is it non-existent? Is it not a thing anymore? Or like the Expos in baseball? Is it just gone like the dinosaurs having common sense? Just saying. Andrew chimes in. Not as bad as Seattle Tacoma drivers. Yeah, because everybody up there is high on legal weed. Mark Carr, who's an awesome Bone listener, and Hoppy, our listener, has chimed in a lot. He said, shouldn't you be out on a ledge somewhere? He also said, what's up to me? So I have a lot of people chiming in. Chime in with me. I want you to know what you think, like these people that are chiming in. Jeffrey LaRogue from Rover's Morning Glory in Cleveland said, yo, what's up? Speaking of that show, nothing about Rover or anything. I got this voicemail. So it's literally going on 4 years since I've been on Rover's Morning Glory. Literally 4 years. And I mean, I had fun on it for what it was. But man, this whole 70 download thing, when I told Brother Weeds that my show averaged 70 downloads 3 years ago, and Rover took that soundbite. So now whenever I tweet out the show, everybody comments, 70 downloads, 70 downloads. Okay. But I thought this was hilarious. This was the icing on the cake. No, this was when you have the icing on the cake. This was the cherry on top of the whipped cream that was perfectly put on. This listener of Rover's Morning Glory, based out of Cleveland, left me this voicemail. Remember, it's been 4 years since I've been on Rover's show. And somebody called 856-49-HOPPY and left me this. All right, I got to play it for you guys. It's great. You can hear that the guy been drinking a little bit. He's a little turned up. All right, let me play this for you.
Hoppy, you suck. You're a fucking 6'8" fucking cock munch. Rover made you, bitch. Stop fucking acting like a cunt.
First of all, nobody made me. It wasn't like Rover met my mom in 1991 and had sex with her, and then all of a sudden, Rover, Shane French is my father. No. Nobody makes anybody unless you're the father who has intercourse with the woman that gives birth to you. So number one, it's the dumbest thing I've ever said. And number two, but I love how he doesn't know what to say, and he's like, you're a cock munch. Because I've never, ever heard anybody say that? Actually, I haven't. Who the hell goes, you know what, dude? Rover made you. You're not good at radio, and you're a cockmunch. I don't know who says that, but I think I want to begin using that. Whenever I'm mad in traffic, I'm just going to be like, oh, what a cockmunch. All right. The internet was freezing before. Here is the clip one more time of this guy who listens to Rover's Morning Glory in Cleveland, and he left this voicemail. That is gold.
Hoppy, you suck. You're a fucking 6'8" fucking cockmunch. Rover made you, bitch. Stop fucking acting like a cunt.
That's the best part. He's like, Rover made you, bitch. You're a cockmunch. Quit acting like a douche. Like, he doesn't even know what to say anymore. All right. I don't know what's going on with my phone line, but recently when I call my 856-49-Hoppy number off air to get it ready, it goes to voicemail. So the 727-819 number, 450, just call me. So I'm going to call them back. It's going to be a wacky morning zoo out in 1992 where I call the people that called me. Let's see what's going on in the world of 727-819. Let's see what's happening. Let's see if they're having a good day or a bad day. I want you to call me as well. 856-49-Hoppy. It's 856-49-Hoppy. Mark Carr chimed in and said, Rover didn't make shit. You're doing Hoppy F an hour, which I don't even know why I said F, and I've said fuck like 5 times on this show. All right, let's see who's calling me right now. Boy, am I very hyper tonight.
Sherman.
Sorry I missed your call. Who is this? You called Hoppy Hour.
Oh, shit. You know, I was just trying... Oh, this isn't Steve.
What do you want? What are you saying? You drunk? What are you drinking?
Oh, shit.
What?
So, is Steve there?
No, you called 856-49-Hoppy to the huge Hoppy Hour podcast. What do you want?
Oh, you sound hot, though.
I know I am. I work out. What's up?
Yo, can I talk to Steve?
Yes! That is why I rarely promote 856-49-Hoppy. That's 856-49-Hoppy. Because the guy's like 727-819. I don't even know what that prank call was. It sounds like he's trying to talk about a guy that he blows or something. I mean, why would you call my phone number and then, okay, whatever. Don't even know why I'm wasting my time on that. But I am, because I do. 856-49-Hoppy. I think we got to bring things back. We got to have things relax. Get things a little more chilled out. Because this last rant, I was all fired up. I was all pissed off. So I cannot think of a better way. A more intriguing way. A more chill way to bring things back. Up next on Hoppy Hour is my favorite band in the Tampa Bay area, Wallysburg. They are not here live. I interviewed them 4 months ago, but I have their song, The New Year, which I am going to play right now. We will be right back on Hoppy Hour. Hang on.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.
And now it's 2 and I'm still wasted. And This is Brother Wheeze from The Wheeze Show, and you're listening to Hoppy.
Yo, this is Abe Cannon from The Abe Cannon Show, and you're listening to the Hoppy and Super Rich Show. Go!
All right. Welcome back to Hoppy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. That was a throwback to when I did the Hoppy and Super Rich Show on WNUR 89.3. Brandon chimes in. I've been a fan of you since Rover's Morning Glory. Thank you. Brad chimes in. What's up, Hoppy? What's up, dude? Pat chimes in. Listen to your whole interview from Fred and Angie on 103.5 Kiss FM. Thank you. All right. We got a voicemail during that commercial break. Let's hear what it could possibly be. If it's a 330 area code, which is Cleveland, I wonder what it could possibly be. Let's see what it is. 856-49 Hoppy. Call me right now. I want to hear from you guys. I would appreciate it. All right, here we go.
70 downloads.
You know, you guys lost LeBron James, so let's say the Cavs aren't going to be good this year. The Browns aren't good. The Indians are good. You have a lot of free time. If you're going to prank call a show, at least have good material. All right, let's call back this number. 330-6854. I'm not going to say his whole number. I'm not a douchebag. I'm not a shock jock from the 90s that gives out numbers on there. All right, let's call this guy. See what he's about, how he's hanging tonight. He's going to be caught off guard or be prepared to say 70 downloads. Thanks to Rover's Morning Glory, based out of Cleveland. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. I'm just talking up the phone call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 330-6854 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, dude, at 330-685. I won't say the last 4. You called my number, so it's obvious you have nothing to do at home. You're hanging out in Cleveland. You're bored. Call me back. I want to talk to you on air. I mean, you took the time to call 856-49-HOPPY and to have the very original 70 downloads as your voicemail, so I want to hear from you. 330-685. Call me back. That's how you leave a voicemail. All right. I saw this in the news, too. And if this isn't a definition of a double standard, I don't know what is. If this isn't one, then we obviously do not know the definition of it. Because this is the ultimate definition of one. Bronx teacher who performed oral sex on 14-year-old. What do you think happened? So this hot piece of ass teacher who's good looking, it probably has a good personality, she gave oral to a 14-year-old. So it's around 8th grade, latest 9th grade. What do you think happened? What do you think would happen if a man did this? What do you think would happen if a man performed oral on a 14-year-old girl? He would get 20 years, maybe, max, in prison. He would be castrated to the public, and he'd be a sex offender. What about this dirty, rotten broad known as Dory Myers? She gets 10 years probation for giving oral sex to a 14-year-old, avoids jail, and here's the best part of this double standard. She gets to keep her teaching certificate. Have we become so desensitized and so used to these teachers having sex with the kids? Because I know your average alpha male that loves having sex, your average dude that goes to the gym is going to be like, well, dude, it's not really a crime because the 14-year-old gets to bang a hot teacher and that's what he wants to do, blah, 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 blah. And this is the most unpopular opinion that I can possibly say. Because growing up, I wasn't cool. I'm not cool now. But growing up, I was even less cool. I was a nobody. So I always had a crush on my teachers because they were the only girls that gave me any time of day. So back then, if I could have banged my teachers, it would have been wonderful. I would have loved it. But here's the thing. I do think it's a crime, and I do think they are taking advantage of the kids. Because everybody talks about, oh, well, the teachers are hot, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They're hot when you meet them at a bar and you take them back and you bang them for one night and you don't talk to them again. But would you want your 14-year-old getting oral sex from a 30-year-old? Why is it any different if they are good looking and if they are female? Because we keep going, man, why do these teachers keep having sex with these kids? Why does this epidemic keep happening? I see all these comments online. Because if you don't prosecute a good-looking female who gives oral to a 14-year-old, like you would prosecute a 30-year-old man that gave a 14-year-old oral, if you don't prosecute them the same, nothing's going to ever change. Because I'm just tired of seeing people go, why does it keep happening? Because you're not charging the females the same way you're charging the males. It's a double fucking standard. And I know it's not a popular opinion because teacher porn is literally all over Pornhub and UJizz, but it's the truth. It's the honest truth. It's the honest truth. If you don't want to hear it, go listen to NPR. I'm just saying. Really pisses me off. A Bronx high school teacher who admitted, so she said she admitted, it wasn't like it was alleged, to performing oral sex on her 14-year-old kid that she was teaching, won't face jail time. And she might even return to the classroom. You know, when she returns, all the male teachers are going to want to bang her out. Because all the male teachers are like, man, if she's that crazy, I bet she's easy to get with at the company party. I'm just saying how men feel. Dory Myers, 30, last month pleaded guilty. So she pled guilty to a criminal sex act for a November 2016 incident in her former workplace where she taught math. It says here, Myers' heinous crime. Okay. I know I just said that it's wrong that these female teachers get away with it, but to me, a heinous crime is rape, murder, being tortured, being held imprisoned. She's going to be a level 1 sex offender. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I wonder what level 2 or level 3 is. Like, how do you join that ranking? Like, when you become a sex offender, like, are you kind of sad that you're not on level 2 or level 3? Or are you happy with where you're at, you know? Are you able to appreciate that you're a level 1? At least you made it on there, because if you're going to do the actions of a sex offender, you're obviously proud that you're a creep. So I wonder if a level 1 is like, man, what do I need to do next to get to the next level? Please don't, because you're a creep, but I'm just saying. Okay. Really pisses me off because everybody goes, oh my God, it keeps happening. How can we fix the problem? It's right in front of you. Like, it's right there. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. So, when you're an adult, your whole thing is you want to make money. You want to hustle. You want to provide for your family. That's why I never, ever knock on dancers at nudie bars, because you don't know if they're trying to make money for their kids. But you know what? One job I will knock a person for doing. I don't care if you have 7 kids you have to feed and they need to have as much food as possible. It says here in this headline, almost 50% of U.S. cell phone calls next year will be scams. If you are one of those imbeciles, if you are one of those cretins that sends everybody's spam calls, just find a new job. It's so infuriating. Imagine what it's like for one of these guys who is one of these spam callers. You know, he's mad that he's doing it, but he needs the money, so he drives home, pulls into his driveway. He's listening to Linkin Park, trying to get pumped up, you know. He comes into the house, and his kid's like 7 or 8. And his kid's like, Dad, what do you do for a living? And he goes, if this was the honest answer he would give his kid, he goes, you know, When people are listening to music at the gym, or people are taking a nap, or people are relaxing, I use the same area code that they have, the first 3 numbers in their phone number, and I call them and I bother them, and then other people call them trying to get info out of them to scam them. If you are one of these 50% spam callers that will be leaving 50% of calls next year, you are a loser in life. Many of us are already conditioned to ignore phone calls from unknown numbers. This is from cnet.com. By next year, nearly half of the phone calls will be scams, according to a new report from First Orient, a company that provides call management and protection for T-Mobile, Metro PCS, Virgin Mobile, and others. The percentage of scam calls in U.S. mobile traffic increased from 3% last year to 29%. So it basically increased about 26%. And it's predicted to rise to 44.6% in 2019. The most popular method scammers use to try to get people to pick up the phone is neighborhood spoofing, where they disguise their number with a local prefix so people think the calls are safe to pick up. I just, looking at this article, there's so much into it. I'm indifferent about Trump, and I'm not going to even talk about him at all, but if Donald Trump were able to get a law where none of these losers called me, he would have 100% of my support. Any presidential candidate that gets these losers to quit calling us, I swear to God, they will win my heart over. You know what I'm saying? 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. This is being brought to you by Eric Marshall, who is out at Bradenton. My guy. He's going to help me get ready for the Mike Health to Punch Out. Call him at 941-812-2560. That's 941-812-2560. If you go there and tell him that I sent you, he will hook you up with a top-notch deal. Not just a deal that's average. Let's call this guy from Cleveland that called me as well. At the same time. Because we're so wacky. We're like a morning zoo. 2 rings, so if it doesn't go to a third, that means he denied the call, even though he called me. Oh, it went to 3, so it's going through. Let's see what he says. You know. Let's see if Big Balls picks up. If he has the guts to go up against my speech impediment.
Your call.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He calls me, leaves a voicemail saying 70 downloads, but doesn't call me back. It makes sense. All right. This is also being brought to you by SpeedyLink Metro PCS. If you go to their 22 locations in the Bay Area, they will hook you up with a top-notch deal. We will be right back on Happy Hour, and you will get to hear much more about Metro PCS after this. Do not touch that computer mouse, that tablet, however the hell you're listening to my show.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What's up? This is Ryan Hoppy, host of the 2-time award-winning Happy Hour podcast, and I am proud to announce about my new sponsor here in the Tampa Bay area, SpeedyLink, the best Metro PCS dealer in all of the Bay Area. They have 22 locations covering this great Bay Area from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. Maybe you're sick and tired of your current cell phone dealer, and you're just thinking, man, I really want to switch to Metro PCS. If you go there to their main store at 7813 Palm River Road, and that's in Tampa, and you tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you and that you're a listener of Happy Hour, they will hook you up with a great deal. What are you waiting for? Give them a call now at 813-626-0297. That's 813-626-0297, and visit them at 7813 Palm River Road in Tampa. Tell them I sent you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got new shoes on my rod. Yes, sir.
rolling down to 95, yes, sir. And you can see in my eyes, yes, sir, that I'm looking for a cutie pie, yes, sir. And we ain't gotta make love, yes, sir. And we can just cuddle up, yes, sir. If you want me to beat it up, yes, sir, then damn it, I'ma beat it up, yes, sir. My body, your body, my body, your body, my body, your body.
I'm Louis 2 Live. I'm Dylan.
This is Real EDM.
The Chicago EDM Podcast.
What's up? This is the Chainsmokers.
Armin Van Buren. Hey, this is Robbie Rivera.
Real EDM interviews.
Hi, this is Marcus Schultz.
Podcast like you've never heard before.
Hi, Louis or Dylan?
Louis and Dylan. Hi, Jess.
Louis and Dylan.
The music, the culture, the lifestyle.
Dylan and Louis taking you behind the scenes.
Hi, this is Crystal Waters.
Has that Lotta D made you a lot of dough?
RealEDM.com. Tweet Ryan Hoppy at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Snapchat him at Hoppy Radio. And email him anytime at RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com. Now back to the show.
All right, back to Hoppy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. Nicole Kroop, however you say it, chimed in. She goes, Hoppy, will you do a shout out to Melissa Clark? Happy birthday, bitch. Happy birthday, Melissa Clark. Yeah, bitch. I'm just kidding. Happy birthday. I don't want to make this a birthday shout out show, but whenever somebody wants me to do a shout out like to Melissa Clark, happy birthday. Saw this in the headline here, and I don't like talking about Trump that much on the show because it doesn't matter what side I lean on, if it's the right side or the left side. But I will say this. If you have any obsession with loving Trump or hating Trump, you got to kind of smell the roses and appreciate life. If somebody honestly is in love with everything he does, those guys, that are so passionate, come on, or the people like everybody on late night TV that have lost their humor, like Jimmy Kimmel, who now cries about Trump. I want to make a hashtag, make Kimmel funny again, because from 2006 to probably 2014 until Trump came on the scene, Jimmy Kimmel was the best in the game. Now he's an absolute pussy who cries about everything and acts like he didn't do the man show back in the day. When do you ever see unnecessary censorship anymore? That bit he did where he would make things sound like swears. Jimmy Kimmel has lost his edge. But you know who is out of control when it comes to the Trump hate? And once again, I'm not leaning on any side. I'm just saying when you're obsessed with one side, it's not healthy. You know who's absolutely, positively a loser? You know who is the biggest imbecile, who is so obsessed with Trump that it's actually sad, that it's actually sickening, that I actually feel bad? It's Tom Arnold. Here's the exclusive to the website, TMZ. Here's what Tom Arnold said. I will not hold anything back. Tom Arnold isn't afraid to die in his quest to bring down Donald Trump and is confident Trump will resign after these explosive N-word tapes from his show. How long have we been hearing about Tom Arnold saying this? He went on Howard's show a few months ago talking about it. Then he's on every talk show and he's like, I got these tapes that are going to bring down Trump. I promise you, they're coming. I'm going to bring them down. He said the N-word on set. And I'm not saying he did or didn't, but Tom Arnold has a TV show where he talks about it. It's like finding Bigfoot. We're going to find it sometime. I'm looking for it. It's coming somewhere. Tom Arnold is a washed up loser that has nothing going for him. So he has to rely on the most famous person on this planet to be relevant because he isn't talented enough to be relevant in 2018. He was talented enough to be relevant in 1994. He was talented enough to have sex with Roseanne Barr, God willing. But he is not talented enough in this modern era to bring anything to the table. So he has to rely on our president, love him or hate him. Tom Arnold relies on him for material because he cannot come up with anything original. The washed up hack who is unhappy. Because if you're so talented and you're so great, Tom Arnold, come up with something funny. You've done things in the past. It's not like you're a loser. So if you're so great and you're so amazing, don't focus on Trump. If these tapes that Tom Arnold claims he has of our president saying the N-word, if they're meant to come out, they'll come out. But when you focus on it, you come off like an obsessive loser. It reminds me of the guy who gets dumped by his ex. And then he's like, her time's coming. It's coming, I swear. Her time, man. And this goes with any ex, not just a girl. Like when you first get dumped, you're like, it's coming. The bad news, the bad karma, it's coming, I tell you. It's going to come. And then you find out that your ex is happy and banging other guys and that. And you go, oh, they moved on. I'm not saying Trump moved on from saying the N-word. I'm just saying that Tom Arnold is so obsessed with this. And it's like, dude, if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. But if you're so great, you'll definitely find a way to produce content. But the fact that you're relying on our president, it's almost like you're obsessed with him. It's almost kind of sad to watch. Because the thing that's annoying is all the liberals are now all of a sudden caring about Tom Arnold. Like nobody cared about Tom Arnold 5 years ago. If you would have said Tom Arnold, everybody would have been like, oh, you mean the guy that banged Roseanne? Oh, cool. Oh, the guy that was in True Lies? Cool. But now everyone's like, if they're liberal, they're like, oh my God, has the tape come out yet of Trump saying the N-word? Has it come out yet? Has it come out yet? Has it come out yet? Oh my God, shut the fuck up. If it's going to come out, it'll come out. And these tapes are from like 10 years ago, a whole decade, from like 2007. So I think they would have come out by now. Or if it did happen, I'm pretty sure what is now the most powerful man in the world, that had a lot of power back then in Donald J. Trump, I'm pretty sure he had them deleted if it happened. God damn it, Tom Arnold bothers me. But it's just, it won't go away. It's like, can we just have a day where we don't talk about Trump for once? Can we just have one day? Have a national day where we don't talk about anything, right or left sided. Can we just have one day? Make it a special day. Everybody brings cake to work. You talk about sports or the news or how much you love your pet or how you're a vegan or how you do CrossFit. Can we have one day where we don't talk about fucking politics? Holy crap. And this show is so great too. The name of it, The Hunt for the Trump Tapes. It's his quest to find the tapes of him saying the N-word and including things with Russian hookers. The upcoming Vice series, which, what happened to Vice? 5 years ago without Trump, it was like the best thing to get into. And now Vice is just, ugh. You know what is kind of funny, though? From Vice is, what's his name? Eddie. You know, the guy who's the chef, the author, the food TV host? He created a show Fresh Off the Boat. Eddie Wong. I don't know who here that's watching goes on Pornhub, but there's a Bang Bus. And for people that don't know Bang Bus, it's basically a fake thing where a girl's in this bus with a lot of room in the back, and they go around and they pick up these random people that end up banging her out. It's so funny. When I went on Pornhub.com, I saw Eddie Wong's name and then Bang Bus. So I'm like, oh my God, the guy from Vice has a porno? No. It's him interviewing the girl that's about to get banged on the Bang Bus. And then it's just like a normal porno of her getting banged, and then you can see him randomly in the background. So the poor guy, Eddie Wong, who created Fresh Off the Boat, he's done a lot. He owns his own food place. He has his own show previously on Viceland. He's done a lot. I think he's earned enough to bang a girl in porn. I mean, when you're worth a few mil, like, I think he's earned his right to get laid. I felt bad for my guy, Eddie Wong. Even though he kind of did Mike Busey dirty from the Sausage Castle. But I wanted Eddie Wong to get laid. It was just very weird how he was interviewing girls in porn, and then all of a sudden, it didn't happen. I'm just saying. I felt kind of bad. Looking at this picture of Tom Arnold from 2005. It's at the Elton John AIDS Foundation. And oh boy, does Tom Arnold look pretty happy to be around Trump. They're laughing. They got a fancy meal. Something happened with Trump and Tom Arnold. Because you know that Tom Arnold really wanted to be friends with Trump. And maybe Trump just denied him. So now he's like the pissed off ex-girlfriend that's the psychopath that wants to bring him down. Because something happened where Tom Arnold spends his short life obsessing over our president. It's not healthy. It's kind of sad. And you know, it's kind of sad. We're on your article about your show. It shows the picture from 1991, 27 going on 28 years ago when you married Roseanne. And it talks about you being in True Lies. What am I saying? You're a washed up hack if you have to rely on Trump for material. Get a life. Because Tom Arnold, you're a semi-talented guy. And I don't want anybody thinking I'm defending Trump. I don't even care about Trump. I root for him because he's our president, and I don't want this whole thing called America to blow up. So I'm hoping he does well, but I don't care because you're not going to win an argument. But what I'm saying is Tom Arnold needs to get a life. He's a comedian. I mean, if you're so funny and you're so great, move on. All right. We are going to take our last break of the show, but I want to hear from you guys. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-49-HOPPY. We will be right back on Hoppy Hour after this. Do not touch that computer mouse, that tablet, however the hell you're listening to my show.
Hoppy Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. Here is my final thought that I was thinking about. So you hear about these people on such sites like Twitch getting banned for using the F word or for saying threatening things to people that are playing games like Fortnite. And I laugh at that. I cringe. No, I'm not saying that the kids that are playing it are pussies. But you gotta be a little more thick-skinned when you're playing a shooter game. You gotta be a little more thick-skinned. Back when I would play Call of Duty back in 2010, I had death threats. I had people say that my mom was a whore. I had people say I was a loser. I had people call each other the C word. And that was a part of video gaming. But now everything is so PC and so uptight that I will not allow it. That my movement right now on this widely listened to show, I will prevent the fake outrage of everybody getting mad over swearing in video games. Twitch, if you're listening, let it happen. It makes you grow thick skin. Just saying. Drives me nuts. It's sad where we are going as a country, but what are you going to do but sit back and watch it happen? Cool. All right. Hoppy Hour is about to end, but I got a few things I want to talk about. I want to promote to you guys. I want to let you guys know about. If you are completely out of shape and you don't know what you're doing, go see Eric Marshall, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA at 6103 28th Street North in Bradenton. He's getting me ready for the My Calta Punch Out. Call them at 941-812-2560. That's 941-812-2560. If you go there and tell them that I sent you and that you heard about it when I was on My Calta show this morning, or you heard about it now, they will hook you up with a great deal. Go to Speedy Link Metro PCS, 7813 Palm River Road, and that's in Tampa. They also have 22 locations in the Bay Area. They're also at 7607 Causeway Boulevard. All you got to do is Google Speedy Link Metro PCS, and they will hook you up. Listen to Hoppy Hour under Hoppy Radio on Spotify, TuneIn, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, YouTube at any time. But Spotify is the best way to listen. I'm currently trying to get on Tidal, but also get the Hoppy Radio app to listen live. All right. This has been Hoppy Hour. I appreciate you guys listening. It means a lot. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.